Happy love day, you all. Come in, hit the like, hit the share button. Let me get my voice right. As I am not going out tonight, I celebrate. I did a lot of celebration. Um, well, this weekend for the weekend and on Sunday for Super Bowl, right? So, not doing anything through the week, but happy love day to you. So, let's get right into this. Let's see who's showing a whole lot of love on today. Of course, Bitcoin is showing a whole lot of love today. So if you are in the crypto world, you are a crypto investor, you are definitely in love with Bitcoin and the crypto world. Let's talk about this. We got some people that's out spending money. We got others that are passively making money, like myself, right? Got people out there that's spending money. And I'm not a big fan on celebrating man-made holidays and things in order to continuously have me in a consumer mindset, right? In a consumer mindset. But Bitcoin hit 52,000 today. We see it at 51,862. Ethereum, shout out to Ethereum, 2783, $2,783 on today. ADA, 6% gains today as well, 57 cents. Doge is doging, doing its thing, up as well at 80, 8 cent at 8 cents, almost at 9 cents. So it's up on today. Don't forget we got the Dogecoin launch of the physical on SpaceX coming up, or supposedly scheduled to come up with Elon Musk. We have stacks with big gains, big gains. I want to talk about stacks and why I love it. It is up 24% today, right? Stacks is a cryptocurrency that enables smart contracts and decentralized applications to use Bitcoin as an asset, you all, and settle transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain. Also, Stacks is going to be, or is aiming to be, interoperable with Ethereum and other blockchains as well. And so when you have Stacks, right, contracts, smart contracts, decentralized application for Bitcoin, and interoperable with Ethereum as well, where transactions are permanently, yeah, I said permanently stored on the Bitcoin blockchain, getting in at Stacks right now at $2.06, under $3, right? Is just a big deal at a market cap of what it is. It, to me, it only just have bigger room to grow. Number 26 on the market rank. Very, very, in my opinion, low entry price point to get in. And Stacks, it scales to Bitcoin. So it's a smart contract. Blockchain network extends the Bitcoin blockchain by adopting the settlement layer. Now, it hopes to leverage the security and decentralization level of Bitcoin blockchain while running an executive layer that offers improvement experience, meaning that the utility is peer to peer and transfers, right? And so you got the stacks and blockchain runs on POX, or POX rather, proof of transfer consensus. And and so this approach means people that is going to be decentralized. Decentralized is the power, in my opinion. And so again, $2.60 something with the interoperability of Ethereum with the blockchain network, decentralization, the validation of security that it's going to have, and again, under $3. I just think it's a standalone for smart contracts on the Bitcoin network. So we got Stack and we got Say. Let me show you that as well. You all, as you're coming in, make sure you say Happy Love Day, or just put some, whether you are watching this live or on the replay, or just put some heart emojis in as well, right? Now, we got Say Up as well. Let me show you this other screen. Oh, I'm not showing the screen at all. Hello, Latoya. Thank you for coming in and saying hello. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Happy Love Day to you as well. And so let me show you this crypto bubble. Love yourself enough, right, to be an investor as we prepare for this fourth industrial revolution. Love your family enough and your loved ones. Um, yeah, do all of that. Do all of that. So, Say is on the Ethereum platform, right? This is on the Ethereum platform. Again, I just showed you Ethereum, close to $28,000. So, we know the big names like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. Um, the importance of certain niche and trends, such as cloud computing and the emergence of exchange token, blockchain as a service platforms, as a web 3.0. I've been talking to you all about web 3.0 as well. And now we got stable coins. In fact, I have something to share with you about why the Fed is pushing stable coin. But say stable coin is on about the MakerDAO ecosystem, right? And with this, it is truly decentralized ecosystem. Came about like in 2015. And I love Say entry point as well as the price of Say is 90 cents, right? 21% gains on the day. You all just giving you opportunities to take advantage of this bull run, right? To take advantage of this bull run and to position yourself for the greatest wealth transfer of all time. So let's get into other news as Russia plans to usher in, no surprise, right? Russia plans to usher in a new world order, a new world economic system. Of course, all of these countries are doing their own things, doing their own currency. Russia is looking to use its leadership, containing some of the world's most powerful people. Thank you, Conscious Cat. I haven't seen you in a while or heard from you in a while, so it's great to hear from you. And use its leadership bloc containing some of the world's most powerful nations to shift international order away from the Western dominance, right? When I broke down the NFL, Kansas City versus, California, Silicon Valley, San Francisco, where Ripple is founded, breaking away from Western dominance, and new influential nations join BRICS and more looking to sign up for emerging bloc. Russia's envy to the United States told Newsweek that the group's ambitious push comes to overcoming, geopolitical outlooks, press forward to a common agenda already underway in spite of unique challenges in Moscow. So just more news, usher in a new world order that's coming in. And that's why smart and wise people are putting their money into the new world digital asset known as cryptocurrency. You have to be futuristic. But I don't even think you have to be futuristic anymore because the writing is right here on the wall, right? I don't think you have to be futuristic. I just think you have to be realistic. You have to be realistic about what's going on and prepare accordingly. So we have Nigeria set to ditch the dollar for local currency trade, taking a risk that may change its economic trajectory and international content, where the U.S. dollar is generally considered the de facto dominant currency, despite suffering a defeat at the 15th BRICS conference in Africa, Johannesburg. Giant is still looking to strengthen its own currency. The increase in its financial independence. This idea is both bold and complicated since it requires a dramatic shift from the United States dollar dominated crude oil trading transactions in Nigeria. So we have Nigeria should follow the lead of the BRICS countries who have made de-dollarization a priority in their trade policies. Through this action, Nigeria will not only be able to strengthen its currency, but it will also be able to establish stronger control over its economic affairs as well. And that's what these countries want. They want stronger control over their economic affairs. They want their precious commodities to be into their own central banks, digital currency. They see what's going on with the United States dollar. They see the dollar is purchasing less and less. They see the inflation. They see what's going on, and they say, "Hey, it's time for us to stand united, get out of this United States financial system, and to trade our commodities for our own currency system." Now, the next thing, right? I saw this post on Facebook, and I just want to elaborate on this real quick as well. The post reads, "No one has ever become poor by giving," right? Anne Frank, this is a quote by Anne Frank, according to this post. And actually, I have witnessed people, I won't say become poor by giving, but I've read biblically in Mark 12 that about the story or the parable. You know, I don't, the Bible tells you that this is a parable, and some people still don't believe it. The parable of tenants. That means this is not something that actually happened, and people don't get it. It'll tell you this is a parable. That means it's to teach you a lesson, right? It's to teach you a lesson such as a fairy tale would teach you. And most people really think that most of what's mentioned in the Bible actually happened, and it did not, right? It did not. And so, with that being said, it's just like a fairy tale, right? To teach you a move or let's see, a moral is what I'm trying to say, right? A moral in a way that you can easily understand. So, a principle of a thing. The parable of tenants, right? Now, let's see, I'm going down to 44 for this one, but I might go back up. The widow's offering. Jesus sat down opposite of the place where the offerings were put and watched the crowd putting in their money into the temple treasury. Many rich people threw in large amounts. Now, notice that it did tell you that rich people were able to give more. So I tell people all the time, to me, in my opinion, if you're rich, you're able to give more. That's just common sense. This is where the math is mathing, right? Many rich people threw in large amounts. If you're rich, you're able to give more. But a poor widow came and put in two very small copper coins. I also been telling you all about investing in copper and silver for this financial wealth transfer. The Bible has so many parables and lessons about how to help people prosper financially. So many parables and lessons, right? And so the poor woman came in, put in two very small copper coins worth only a few cents. Calling his disciples to him, Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, this poor widow has put more into treasury than all others. They gave out of their wealth, but she, out of her poverty, put in everything, all she had to live on." Now, I can ask you the question, would you rather give out of your wealth or out of your poverty? Let me say it again. Would you, although she was recognized, admired by Jesus, so were the people that gave out of their wealth. He noticed that as well. They were able to give more because they were wealthy. Would you rather give from your wealth or from your poverty? What this does not tell you or show you is that she automatically got blessed from that. It did not say, in fact, Luke 6:38 says, to give and it shall be given unto you. Jesus did not give to her. Jesus saw her giving. And according to that parable, it did not say Jesus gave her anything. He noticed the giving. He noticed the giving, but it did not say Jesus blessed her. How many times have you been to a religious institution and you've heard that God will bless you when you give to man? But the Bible does not say that. Luke 6:38 says, give and it shall be given unto you in good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over shall men give unto your bosom. Didn't say God would give unto your bosom. Jesus saw her giving out of her poverty. It does not elaborate that Jesus blessed her because that's not the law. Giving will not make you materially rich. It will make you spiritually rich. It will make you love to see the joy of others when you give. It will make you spiritually rich. It will position you to get blessed by man. But it won't make you rich. In fact, the Bible says the blessing of the Lord makes you rich and add no sorrow. In fact, in the Bible, when they tithe, right? When they tithe after they receive the blessing, not to get the blessing. In Malachi chapter 3, after the covenant of the land was given to them through covenant, Jesus blessed them with land. He then commanded them to sow into their own soil after he gave the land and said, all I want you to do is give 10% to the Levites, to the priests, so there will be meat in my house. See, the blessing came first. Melchizedek and Abraham. Abraham was blessed first. And then he tied to Melchizedek. Let's read Mark 12 again. And I know you all come in and say, I thought you was going to talk about crypto. I already did, so you can rewind this, right? I'm teaching people the wrong misteachings that they have been taught in the Bible. Because a lot of people go to church and they listen to what someone is telling them or reading them their interpretation of the Bible, but they never read the Bible for themselves to get their own interpretation. So it's that Jesus began to speak to them in parables, right? So that they can understand it. He spoke to farmers in farmers' language. Oftentimes, because this is what the generation of people were, farmers. So a man planted, and this is what people tell me, that people think that they're, insane or crazy. Are you speaking to them in their language, or are you trying to talk to them over their head to a point that you can't? In fact, Einstein said it this way: if you cannot explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't know it well enough yourself. You can't explain something in simple terms. You don't know it well enough yourself, right? A man planted a vineyard. He put a wall around it, dug a pit for the wine press, and built a watchtower. Then he rented the vineyard. What did he do? Did he give free rent? See, anybody in the Bible that became rich and they gave from their wealth and not their poverty knew how to conduct business in the business world in this earth realm. See, in the Bible it says Abraham was very rich in Genesis, and then it went on to say, so people want to say, oh yeah, he was spiritually rich. No. In livestock, land, silver, gold. It's specified so you won't think there's spiritual richness. He rented the vineyard to some farmers and moved to another place. So he got passive income, right? He found some land, invested in it, dug a pit for a wine press, and built security around it, a watchtower. And at harvest time, he sent a servant to the tenants to collect from them some fruit of the vineyard. But they seized him, beat him, and sent him away empty handed. Well, how cruel, right? Then he sent another servant to them. They struck this man by the head and threatened him shamefully. Wow. Knowing they owed this man money, right? He still sent another, and that person they killed. He sent many others. Some of them they beat, others they killed. He had one left to send, a son whom he loved. He sent him last of all, saying, they will respect my son. But the tenants said to one another, this is the heir. Come, let's kill him, and the inheritance will be ours. They took him, killed him, threw him away from the vineyard. What then will the owner of the vineyard do? He will come and kill those tenants and give the vineyard to others. Right? Haven't you read the passage? The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. The Lord has done this, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Then the chief priests, the teachers of the law, and the elders looked for a way to arrest him because they know he had spoken the parable against them, but they were afraid of the crowd. So they left and went away. This same lesson then goes into paying taxes to Caesar, right? Paying taxes to Caesar. Being an owner of a vineyard. Collecting your rent and giving just to those who don't pay. For people that say, oh, we should tax the rich. Or, oh, doing C-19, we should get free rent. No, that's not even biblical. We need more time. We should have free rent. Wanting free is not even biblical. In fact, right, the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. But I'm going to add this to it. The lack of money. The lack of money is the root of all evil as well. Because when people don't want to pay, when they don't want to, they will do anything evil under the sun. If it's not paying a credit card bill, if it's not paying their rent, right? You let that landowner come try to collect rent and they don't have it. And they don't want to get evicted. Not just the love of money. The lack of money. Both a love and lack of money can lead to big problems. Again, the love of money is recorded in the Bible as the root of all evil, but the lack of money is the manifestation of all evil, not just the root of it, the manifestation of it. So paying taxes. Later, they sent Pharisees and Herodians to Jesus to catch him in his words. They came to him and said, Teacher, we know that you are a man of integrity. Listen at that. You aren't swayed by others because you pay no attention to who they are, but you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. Is it right to pay the emerald tax? And they just said the man teach the law in accordance to the truth. And now they still trying to get away out of paying taxes. When I was doing credit repair, people want to find out the way Christians, how do I get out of paying my credit card debt? And didn't want to pay me to show them how to do it. Unbelievable. Instead, is it right to pay the emerald tax to Caesar or not? Should we pay or shouldn't we? But Jesus knew their hypocrisy. Why are you trying to trap me? He asked. Bring me a denarius and let me look at it. He said, you know what? If it was in today's day, it would be bring me a dollar bill and let me look at it. Then they brought him a denarius, and he asked, whose image is this? And whose inscription? They said Caesar. I'll say president, the government. And then God said, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give what God what belong to God. You know what belong to God? Commodities. In order to reap commodities of the earth, you have to sow commodities. This is not God's money. Your time, your talent. If you give a tenth of that, that's giving. If you feed the poor, the widow, the foreigners, as commanded, feeding food from the earth, that's given to God. Giving of yourself to others, to educate others, giving to others just to make them happy. That's given to God. But he said, you know, you want to know what's the government's tent? It's called taxes. It's called taxes. So people, you can either take the knowledge of this new world economic system and see what's written, not hidden, but written in plain sight, and see that we're converting, we're moving from cash to crypto. Stop waiting on the rapture. Rapture is not even in the Bible. It's not even mentioned in the Bible. The only people want a rapture to come is doing financial system resets. And let me tell you this as well. There have been many famines in the Bible. Many times people lack food, water, resources. And what did Joseph do in the famine? He sold to the Egyptians. He didn't give away anything. Just because you are struggling financially does not qualify you to receive. I can stop right now. Just because you're in a financial state does not qualify you to receive from man. Anytime people got rich in the Bible is when they invested and gave to the marketplace. Read Matthew 25 if you don't believe me, as one source. It is reward for giving, right? But the thing is, rich people allocate where they give to, and they know that they should receive a tax break from their giving. They give to charities and organizations so they can give man and government less, and the people that qualify for poor people in the Bible more. So we are in the greatest wealth transfer that this generation has ever experienced. The question is, are you going to take action, or will you give a reaction when you have not prepared yourself? In other words, like my professor told me when I was in college, you can either be proactive or reactive. The choice is yours. But all I know is crypto is bumping, pumping. Bitcoin is at 52,000, Ethereum 28,000. If you want to miss out on the greatest wealth transfer that you will ever experience while you are living in this lifetime, that's your choice. That's your decision. Everybody has a right to their decision. But also visit millermoves.com. I shared the scripture about the woman gave 2 copper coins. Silver is the most undervalued asset in the world. Silver and gold will be used to reset the currency system. And there is a global shortage on copper as well. Investing in digital assets and physical tangible assets like silver and copper will prepare you for the fourth industrial revolution, the greatest financial reset, and the dump of the United States dollar. You all have a great love day. I'm signing out. Make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube and hit the thumbs up. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your night.